Howdy do, and welcome back. It's been a while actually to Would You Rather, because I was gonna do this like once a month, kind of have like a monthly series kind of a thing going on, and it's something that when people watch they can play along with as well, versus some of the other things that I do where you kind of can't have that interaction. And Would You Rather is kind of a interesting website to do that with, we could say, because like it's some people sometimes have no answer, they don't like the answers provided, and that's fine because sometimes I don't either. Like this first one, would you rather have no tongue or have no teeth? I don't like this one because I literally kind of need both for what I do, which is a lot of talking as well as playing things, and also even in college, just talking to my professors in a call or something like that. Like I need both of these kind of to function. I guess the one that if it was like, if I had to, instead of doing like the cop-out answer of like neither, I'd probably lean towards no teeth, only because that's the thing that kind of already people can kind of do with dentures and stuff like that too. Like there's certain lies and loopholes I like to use. If you're new to when I do this game, I like to cheat all the time, so that could be a loophole. So there we go, I could go that route. I guess people also agree with me that going that route is not the best, but it's a thing. Would you rather be topless all the time or be pantless all the time? What are these questions? Why do these questions exist? And also at the same time, like here's the thing, if I was in really great shape, this wouldn't matter at all. But also it's starting to get hot. It's starting to get like, it's not hot yet, fortunately, but it's gonna start getting hot where even if I have the fan going and like the window open and stuff like that, it's not gonna cool down the room really whatsoever. And with that being the case, also the fact of being on camera like this, even for guys, I believe with Twitch and stuff, that might be like TOS or something like that. I don't remember exactly. So that said, I should lean towards this one because like from the waist down, I could be right now recording this video. No one would know, and I could still do videos and stuff like this, and it'd be fine. So I'm gonna go with this one. I understand why this one though. I do understand this one. If like I said, if I was in better shape and all that stuff, I'd probably go this one too. I'm just not in better shape right now. One day I will be though. Just because I'm not now doesn't mean I'll never be. Let's see. Would you rather wear an eye patch or have a peg leg? I've worn an eye patch before, as a matter of fact. That was a long many moons ago, but I don't think I have it anymore anywhere. If someone has my eye patch, it'd probably be my mother, and I don't think she has it anymore either. But I did have an eye patch once, and it was I don't know, I feel like eye patches, depending, they look really comfortable, or depending on like the eye patch and stuff. And then the one I had was like semi-comfortable, but also semi kind of weird and kind of weighted. It was like a weighted eye patch, and it was weird. But I've done this once. I'm gonna say eye patch. Also, eye patch could be for a variety of reasons. You could be like Nick Fury and have that eye patch, and technically you still have your eye and everything, but it's like it's damaged, or it's destroyed, or it's healing. There's like reasons you can have an eye patch that could be good. Peg leg, that's it. There's no going back from that, right? Your leg is probably gone. Would you rather have a slight lisp or have a slight cockeye? I believe cockeye is the one where like your eyes don't necessarily both look in like the same directions, right? Like one's like slightly to a certain direction. And it says a slight one too, so it's not like it's super exaggerated or anything like that. It's like a slight cockeye or a slight lisp. When I was growing up, I had a lisp, as a matter of fact. I just outgrew it, so I know this life. I can live this life again if I had to. Would you rather fight Apollo Creed or fight Ivan Drago? Like the How to Train Your Dragon villain, right? That's who this one was, right? I remember that one. Apollo Creed doesn't ring a bell off of the top of my head. All I think of like the god Apollo, right? And what's she just coming down to? Would you rather fight like a Greek god or How to Train Your Dragon? Go on How to Train Your Dragon. Oh, okay. Would you rather always have 5 fingernails, or have your fingernails 5 inches or longer, or have a snorkel on your face permanently? How would you eat with the snorkel on your face though? That's the thing. Like it has to be this one. Like that has to, without contest, right? Because like, unless you're saying you can remove the part to eat specifically, then yeah, but you know. Would you rather always get caught in traffic or always have really bad internet? Well, I need good internet to be able to do what I do. Getting caught in traffic, if I'm out in traffic, I probably am not in a rush per se anyways, so I can afford to get caught in traffic actually. But bad internet, we're in the digital age, especially with the current situation going on in the world where everyone's on lockdown and stuff. Like, we need internet more than ever. Would you rather be an only child and be abused, or live with a family of 10 siblings that hated you? Skip? Would you rather be allergic to peanut butter or be allergic to chocolate? Both would be detrimental to my favorite candy, Reese's. One of the greatest inventions. Also, the freaking Nutella and peanut butter sandwich, especially if the Nutella's fresh and the bread is fresh. If both of those are fresh and you make a Nutella peanut butter sandwich, and of course the peanut butter can be fresh too, that's one of the best sandwiches I've ever made for myself in life, period. Out of these two, which one can I live without more? Because I still actually really like peanut butter jelly sandwiches on occasion. But I like chocolate more, so I'm sorry, peanut butter. You gotta get got. Would you rather be confined to a wheelchair for the rest of your life, but also be able to have children, or be able to walk but unable to have children? Now, this is an interesting question, just because it also depends on, do you want children, right? Like, there are people out there that just don't want children for whatever reasons. They think children are heathens, they think children are terrible. They don't actually think all children are terrible, but they think the idea of having to take care of their own is something they're not really just interested in. Could be a financial thing, could be whatever reason. Like, there's people that like don't want kids that are for valid reasons, and then this would be the good one for them because they get to walk still and just not have children. Unfortunately though, what I think I'm talking about is like fertility and stuff like that. So there's some people that don't want children, and it's also because if they wanted to, they probably couldn't. Unfortunately, I feel bad for those people, not because I think that, oh, well then I wish you could have, because maybe they still don't want to have kids, but I do wish then it would be more of an option for them, that if they did want to at some point, they could. And it sounds like for some of those people, it's not though. I feel bad for them though. That kind of sucks. But fortunately then for some of those people, again, they don't want to. This one's like, be confined to a wheelchair for the rest of your life, but be able to have children. It's like, well, do you want children if you're also confined to a wheelchair? Yeah, there's plenty of people in wheelchairs that have children. My middle school, my vice principal at my middle school was in a wheelchair, and their student was actually in my peer group. So I mean, like, their daughter was in my peer group. So like that's a thing that happens too. For me, I don't know if I want children at least not in the immediate future. So I would go with this one because I do like walking and running and exercising and stuff like that too. Nothing against wheelchairs or anything like that, but I think those people are incredibly strong. Oh, would you rather be a cat or be a dog? Oh, heck. There's no right answer here because there's people that are watching or would watch this, and they're dog people or they're cat people. And so whatever I choose, it's going to be wrong. Let me just say, out of the two of them, it's not about having one, because if it was talking about having one, then there's a kind of a different things going on there too in terms of taking care of one, litter box, feeding, running, like playing fetch and walking them and stuff like that. There's like a different set of responsibilities and whatnot. That would be a whole different conversation. Being one though, there's advantages to being a dog, right? We're just gonna be a cat. We're gonna be a cat, and we're gonna blame Joey Bagels because of his Neko and I'll say that's influenced me, and as such, because that's influenced me, I'm going there, right? At the point of recording this video, we just got done with the Ruby watch through, and then Blake and all that. There we go, perfect. There we go, perfect. Would you rather have Pokemon be real or superheroes exist? This is an interesting one. Because superheroes exist, it's probably a lot more of an interesting world, like in terms of like possibilities. Like if superheroes exist, where there's DC, Marvel, even both of them, that means Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark exist. Which, yeah, they're pretty decent superheroes, but also just like their businesses and stuff like that too. If you want to go into like the engineering and entrepreneurship and stuff like that, there's like no limits to the like inventions and stuff like that you could probably do if you put your mind to it, and that's like a direction you want to go. Pokemon, meanwhile, probably not as bad. Like there's probably not gonna be like the snap in the Pokemon world. You're probably safe from being like blipped out of existence in the Pokemon world. The thing about the Pokemon world is that you have to start worrying about like the legality and like the morals of actually being in the Pokemon world. Basically fighting, it's like pet fighting, basically. I'm not gonna really do that to Pokemon fans. I was more of a Digimon kid, so I'm kind of also just putting my bias in there too. You know, I'm waiting for Digimon Go still. But I would probably go with the superhero world for that reason, because also anyone could be a superhero, right? You just have to have the ability to kind of invent something or do something to become a superhero in the superhero world, and then you could probably just be a part of the Avengers pretty easily, or Justice League Unlimited, right? There's a bunch of background characters. One of those was probably us, let's be real. Pokemon are dope though. The Pokemon movie looked pretty cool for that, though I will say that. Would you rather be Dr. Zoidberg or be Kif? Not really knowledgeable in either of these, so skip. Would you rather eat 50 chicken nuggets or eat 6 Big Macs? Honestly, if I ever go and eat at McDonald's, I don't really get their burgers. I'm down getting like their chicken tenders though, and I'd rather probably get the chicken nuggets over the burgers at this point as well. They did have when they had the signature burgers, those were pretty good too. They had like this grilled chicken like guacamole burger that was actually pretty decent back when they had those, but that's not the Big Mac. I hear the Big Mac is pretty good. I've never actually had the Big Mac. Of all their burgers, that's probably the best burger that they have. So better than all the burgers that I would usually have. So that could be good. 50 chicken nuggets sounds a lot more doable, especially because I think their hot mustard's actually pretty good still. So, would you rather play dodgeball or force dodgeball? Easily dodgeball. I was one of those kids where you didn't expect me to like dodgeball because I had glasses for the longest and all that. But when dodgeball came up, I was ready for dodgeball. I love me some dodgeball. If PE all year would have just been dodgeball, I would have been fine with that. Because what I hated about my PE class is they have quarters, right, when you're in school. So it's like first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. And for one of the quarters, you have to take swimming for the entire quarter, at least like half of the quarter. I didn't like that part. I hated that part. They wanted us to jump into the deep end of the pool. And it's like, even if it's full of water, it's still a 12-foot jump you wanted me to jump off into. I don't want to do that, and I can't see without my glasses or contacts, neither of which I could wear while swimming. So I already really couldn't see that well. You wanted me to jump into this deep unknown territory. I wasn't really feeling it. I really hated swimming. I passed, of course. Here I am, graduated from high school and everything. That wasn't even high school, I don't think. I think that was actually middle school. Maybe junior high. Point is, like, I'm here because I got through all of it, but like, oh, give me dodgeball. Give me dodgeball. I love dodgeball. They had this one kind of version of dodgeball in middle school where, like, if you got out, instead of going to the sideline, like, everything was the sideline in the arena. And if a ball ever went out of bounds and someone caught it, they could try and throw it at someone in to get back in. So you just had to be dodging everywhere. And I had one of the sickest dodges I've ever made in my entire life during the, like, arena dodgeball. So, like, I will always hold that in, like, high regard. Would you rather have the first dibs every time or always have the last laugh? Easily the last laugh. I would always want the last laugh, and not necessarily like in a revenge scenario. I'm also talking about having the last laugh just in jokes, just having to be able to be that comedic enough that like when stuff is going on, like improv or whatever the case, just be able to be funny, be able to be like, ah, bam, mic drop, here we go. I don't necessarily want the first dibs on everything, because if the first dibs every time, every scenario, it could be like a bad scenario, and you got the first dibs on it, no thanks. Like, Would you rather shoot a shotgun or shoot a handgun? I've shot a handgun. I've actually done this, so I'd probably want to try shooting the shotgun just to see what it's like. So yeah, this has a lot of kick too. Think about like wearing hats and stuff when you're shooting the handgun, because some people might not realize it. They might, like when playing video games and stuff like that, which is fine if that's your only experience. Maybe that's probably good if that's really your only experience, of course. But the guns can kind of kick back, right? And kind of kick back towards your face. So when you're wearing a hat like this, wear it to the front if you don't know if you're going to be able to handle that or not. Because then if it kicks back, your hat will catch it, and it's not really gonna hurt all that. It's not like a boom. It's gonna like give you like a concussion or something. But just in case you're not ready for like the recoil, if it coming back, even if you're trying to hold it steady with two hands and everything, obviously don't have your finger on the trigger. If you're not shooting and stuff like that, always have it off and everything. I'll have it on the side of the gun and everything. But yes, if you are gonna be doing that, maybe also just have the hat forward in case you don't know if that's gonna bump back into your face, because otherwise it's gonna smack you in the face a little bit, and that's not gonna be very fun. But yeah. I want to try a shotgun then at that point, because I've done bow and arrow and I've done handgun at this point. It's just time to evolve. Would you rather live in an amusement park or live in a zoo? Amusement park. Because a zoo, as far as I know, they have food, but I'm not entirely sure that they have food. I think they have some concessions. I know amusement parks basically have food, and they have rides I can go on too, right? Like, I'm not going to go in the tiger cage. I don't care how much you're going to dare me to do it. I'm not going in the tiger cage. Stop going in tiger cages, people. Stop being stupid. Just don't be stupid. Don't do it. Would you rather be famous for curing cancer or be famous for making everyone on Earth live forever? Ooh. My immediate reflex, and I'm gonna click it, is gonna be curing cancer. I don't necessarily even want to be famous for it. If I want to be just bestowed upon the knowledge of how to invent the cure for cancer, I'm volunteering for that immediately, and I will gladly do that for free. But the second one is a little interesting, because like being famous for making everyone on Earth live forever. The idea of immortality seems good sometimes, especially if you fear death and whatnot. But when you think about it longer and longer, it kind of depends. If just you are the only one that's immortal. And also what that immortality looks like, is if you're still aging, but like your body's just unable to die, that can be kind of bad. Like you're just like eventually just become like a carpet of gray hair and wrinkles, I guess, but like you also just can't die. And that would probably be uncomfortable and terrible. But let's say it's like the age you are now, or even if you're just gonna be young, you'd be like a young immortal. Like let's say you're in your 30s to 40s max, right? You still have to watch everyone else around you die off because they're not immortal, right? That's probably one of the worst parts about being immortal, is watching all of your friends and people around you that you actually care about die because they're not immortal, and you can't bestow the immortality on them too. Being famous for making everyone on Earth live forever could be cool, because then you wouldn't have to watch your friends die off. They're also immortal, right? Like if I was going to be immortal, the only reason I would ever consider being immortal is because like the friends and family, I'd have like a list of all of them getting to be immortal with me. Then we could all kind of live through the generations, kind of like together. That would be fun. Otherwise, I'd hate it because they'd all be gone eventually, and I'd still be here, and I'd hate that. It's like Tony Stark basically, when Nick Fury said the worst part of his visions wasn't that everyone died, it was the fact that he didn't. Meaning he didn't die with them. He lived while everyone else died. That sucks, actually. Immortality is a bit of a curse that way. But if everyone's living forever, well then heck, that could be pretty cool. The problem, of course, being then, of course, babies and people having more babies as they're immortal. So like the population would never, as much as dying and stuff sucks, like, and the population is still kind of growing anyways, like eventually people kind of die off because they get old and stuff and die and whatnot. So if that's not happening anymore and we're just all having a bunch of babies eventually and stuff like that, the world's gonna get super crowded. Now, if we live forever, maybe we invent ways to get to other planets and stuff like that, or at least colonize the moon, get some more space for us going, because we have lots of long lives to live to be able to plan that out and do that, but I don't know. It seems like there's some complications there too. If you were a dog, would you rather be a stray on the streets or have bad owners? Oh, stray on the streets, easy. Homeward Bound 2, which is basically both of these, by the way. Spoiler alert, but Homeward Bound, yeah, stray on the street. I couldn't do the bad owner thing. I think I'd be terrible if I had a bad owner. Would you rather be a rock star or movie star? Movie star, because it's kind of close to what I'm already kind of doing if you think about it. Like, this is not a movie or anything like that, but like being on screen, entertaining that way. I don't think I could be a rock star. I can't sing. I can't do it. Would you rather listen to everything but your favorite musician and artist, or listen to only your favorite musician and artist? I don't know if I really have a favorite though. That's the thing. So this could be fine because I don't really have one. The thing about this, the closest to it would probably be when I'm running. When I'm running one of my playlists, one of many though, that's the thing, but one of them is the Linkin Park Hybrid Theory and Meteora. The two really old nu metal Linkin Park albums from like the early 2000s. I put them back to back on a playlist when I'm running, because I do like a lot of long distance running, so I need a really long playlist. So that could be something that I would do on runs, but that's not necessarily like, I wouldn't know if I call them my favorite artist, just because I do like those albums, and I do use that for that scenario, so I kind of get, it's a loophole. Again, we cheat over here. Would you rather have an iDrone, easy, Android device? Have you seen Dragon Ball Z? Androids are better, I don't care. Would you rather eat 300 donuts in 4 hours for $500 or drink a cup of sour milk for $50? Oh, well, we're going to attempt that one. I've had sour milk before by accident, and I hated that. Not doing that on purpose, even, especially for only 50 bucks. No. I've done a donut eating competition, actually, for when I worked at the YMCA. We had the kids on different teams, and the staff were like the leaders, and we had to do a donut eating contest. And so I just take out the donut, flatten it, crumple it, eat it, and get a cup of milk and kind of help wash it down after a while, too. I don't think I won, though. I don't remember winning, so I probably didn't win. Would you rather only eat buffalo wings for the rest of your life, or drink only buffalo sauce for it? Eat, because then at least I can wash it down with something good, I guess. Fight a bear or fight a lion? Fight Monokuma or fight a lion, basically. A lot of lions are pretty hard to fight, I would imagine, unless we're talking about like cowardly lions, like from The Wizard of Oz, or again, Ruby. So, bears, meanwhile, like I could take on Monokuma. The point about Monokuma, like, and I won't spoil anything for Danganronpa or Dango Panda, a lot of people could actually straight up probably fight Monokuma. It's just what would the consequences be after you fought him? That's really what more of the issue is. A lot of people could take him on and it'd be pretty easy. It's just like, oh, well, now what's gonna happen? Am I gonna die? That, you know, again, no spoilers, so I don't get anything about that, but like, that's more of what the actual problem is than this. I'm gonna fight a lion. It's just gonna be one of the cowardly ones. There we go. Would you rather be Danny Phantom or be Ben 10? Not the remakes, like the old school Ben 10. I don't know, because Danny Phantom, like, he's a phantom. Like that comes with some old coolness too. Okay, Danny Phantom, because if I remember, Ben 10 was always being hunted by the government low key, because it kind of was like, oh hey, you can do the thing, and we need to get you. He's like, I don't want to fight bad guys and what are misguided good guys. Let me just fight just bad guys. Would you rather give up buttons and zippers or give up Velcro and knots? I've kind of already given up buttons and zippers, and that's a pretty easy one. Would you rather eat a container of butter or drink a bottle of maple syrup? Welcome to the grave. Would you rather get hit by a bus and get isekai'd into like an anime, or watch a loved one get hit by a bus? Neither of these imply that we die though. So I'm gonna go with this one because I'm gonna get isekai'd into an anime. I don't know what it's gonna be. Hopefully it's a good one. Maybe it's I don't know. Isn't it always like a, well, no, it's not always, but sometimes like a fantasy world, isn't it? Like that one wrestler or something got hit and they got sent to like a fantasy world, and I'm not gonna get into that one too much. Miss Frizzle, exactly, Miss Frizzle. Oh, Miss Frizzle! Get hit by a bus, and it's a magic school bus, and so it's actually all good. It's just a magic school bus episode. Would you rather be the first to get killed in the group or be the last to be killed in the group? Like, that's what we kind of were talking about earlier with Tony Stark and stuff, right? I don't know if I'd want to be first to be killed in the group, but I don't want to watch the people in the group getting killed either, especially if like we're on a squad, it's teammates and stuff like that, and we're just going down. I don't know if I want to be last. I have to watch that, but I don't know if I want to be first. Only because I wonder if maybe me staying alive, like I'd always like to imagine, I'd like to assume I was not necessarily the main character, but I was main character enough that I could be useful. And so my usefulness would be needed to help try and keep people alive. I guess last then. I hate that. Would you rather have a wardrobe completely of flannel and plaid, or plaid? No, it's just plaid. Or have a flannel completely of denim? Flannel, lucky flannel. Would you rather have the sense of smell of a dog or have the eyesight of an eagle? Considering what I talked about earlier about the swimming pool and my really bad eyesight, I'm going with the eyesight of an eagle. Yeah, heck yeah, yeah. Would you rather be stranded alone or stranded with someone that you hate? I don't know if I really hate anyone. I'm gonna go with alone though. I don't really have a problem being alone. Oh, if Jabba the Hutt sentenced you to death, would you rather be fed to the Rancor or be fed to the Sarlacc? Boba Fett escaped the Sarlacc. It just took so much. You can go inside the Sarlacc pit in Star Wars The First Force Unleashed game. It's terrible inside of a Sarlacc pit though. Like the odds of escaping that are like literally zero. For those that don't know, the Sarlacc pit will use like telekinesis or like telepathic imagery and stuff to try and keep you stuck inside its gut so you don't even focus on escaping. The Rancor can be beaten, so I'll go with the Rancor. It's probably a good question to wrap this up on. Would you rather portal gun, gravity gun, portal? Just watch Nags play that, so we're gonna go biased. Would you rather be your favorite video game character or be your favorite movie character, favorite video game character, whichever one that would be? It's like the what, like Knuckles or Proto Man or something, I guess. I don't know. Kakashi was technically in a video game if you go with Naruto video games, right? Like, there's a range I could go with on this. While watching TV, would you rather the audio delayed, the audio 2 seconds earlier than the video, or the video 2 seconds earlier than the audio? What? I don't think I like either of these. The audio 2 seconds earlier than the video. I guess the video 2 seconds earlier than the. Nah, I hate both of these. I'll just go random. Would you rather have 300 horses or a car with 300 horsepower? Oh, yeah, give me that one. Would you rather be able to transform into anything, anyone in the world, or be able to teleport anywhere in the world? Oh, chaos control. Let's go with the teleport to anywhere in the world. Like, I wouldn't need a car. The car with 300 horsepower could donate to charity. I could just go places. I could go see my friends and stuff. Not right now. Right now, lockdown. Respect the lockdown. Would you rather be painted by Van Gogh or be painted by Da Vinci? I'm gonna go with Van, actually. I think basically because I knew everyone was gonna go Da Vinci, so I'm gonna throw them a bone. Would you rather have an iPhone or iPad? Neither. Skip. Would you rather have to wear a full body red leotard on your wedding day, or have the person you are marrying in that day wear a full body red leotard? I feel like I don't know if I could rock the color red that well, but the person I'm marrying probably could. So yeah. And also, I wouldn't make fun of them because I knew it'd be because of this. Would you rather slam your hand on top of a thumbtack with a half-inch pin, or shoot yourself in the top of the foot with a nail gun? Thumbtack. That seems like I could recover from that better. Would you rather be stupid and have a brilliant kid, or be brilliant and have a stupid and have a brilliant kid easily? Set my kid up for success from the get-go. I will take the bullet on being dumb for a smart kid. Would you rather have a room covered in blood or clean a room covered in blood? Easy. Would you rather play real-life Minecraft or real-life Mario Kart? This might be the one we end on, because we have been playing Minecraft on the channel and stuff like that too. And I don't think I want to play real-life Minecraft, because I had to play RL Craft and everything, and the one consistent thing that I would hate about it is the spiders. I don't want to deal with the spiders, and they would be giant spiders, so I don't want to deal with those, so I'm just gonna not. But also Minecraft in real life, like even though in game use, it seems like you can survive several days pretty easily without food. Eventually you'd have to hunt, get all that set up and stuff like that I don't really kind of want to do. Real life Mario Kart seems like it would be a bit more fun, actually. Let's see. Yeah, that seems like that'd be a thing to do more. If spiders weren't in Minecraft, I might even lean towards this with relation to Minecraft. But spoiler, or a plot twist if you will, I'm gonna go with Mario Kart. And that's where we're gonna end this video. It's gonna be a bit of a longer one because it's been a while since we've done this, so I felt like I owed a bit of a longer episode. But thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell notification, the actual subscribe button. But I don't know which video will be next. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So until this time, take care and enjoy pizza responsibly. Thank you for watching.